My name is Thomas, and I enjoy reading stories in my free time. Uh, Pretty much any medium. I like comic books. I like novels. I like movies, TV shows. Pretty much any way I'm able to consume a story is what I like to do in my free time. Growing up in the 1990s, I feel it's kind of impossible to not be exposed to comic books. I feel like so much of the pop culture of the 90s was things that were comic adjacent, you know. So before I was reading comics, I was watching TV shows that were about comic book characters. The X-Men animated series, the Batman animated series. So these costumed adventurers were always kind of a part of my larger framework of pop culture. So it was very easy to move from these cartoons onto actual comic books. I think the thing that appeals to me most about comic books is the larger exploration of humanity, whether it be these fantastic feats that we're capable of or the flaws that we have to overcome. Comics are such a huge medium where you can find action, adventure, horror, romance, whatever you like, whatever kind of stories you like in other media you consume, whether that be novels or television or cinema. There's absolutely a comic book for you. Yeah, I think comics are for everybody. That's not fair. That's not fair to ask. You know, It depends on my mood greatly. Um, I guess gun to my head, I would say my favorite character is Peter Parker, the Amazing Spider-Man. Spider-Man was definitely my favorite when I was a kid, and I think that's still true today. I've always connected with the kind of everyman concept of Peter Parker, the Amazing Spider-Man. But with Peter Parker, even though he does have these fantastic powers, I like that so much of his comic book narrative isn't just him doing all of these fantastic, amazing things. It's him living his real life. Him still trying to make sure the rent is due, trying to make sure that Aunt May is taken care of. You know, all of these things that normal folks have to deal with. He has to do all of that stuff still, and still have that added power and responsibility factor of making sure that his neighborhood is safe. My advice for someone getting into comic books would be to go to a local comic book store. Go and check it out. These are such visually striking books that you can go in and you'll find something that appeals to you. And most comic book shops are run by people that live and breathe for this stuff. They want to make you a comic book fan, and they'll do what they can to turn you on to something that's really cool. You know, you have these multi-million dollar blockbusters that are based on these comic book characters. So it's a larger fandom than ever, and I guarantee that the folks working at these comic shops would be happy to welcome you into it and find something that you love.